Just a quick lesson today about how to read tablature or tab. Tablature is a way to write or notate music that uses numbers as opposed to the musical alphabet and the musical staff that traditional or standard notation uses. And this is great for us at this stage because we're going to be able to very quickly and very easily learn how to read tablature or tab. So when you see tablature written out for bass, there'll be 4 horizontal lines. And those 4 lines are the 4 strings of your bass. The bottom line is string number 4, and above it, string number 3, string number 2, and string number 1. So they're arranged by lowest pitch to highest pitch. Very, very important to know because that's the opposite of how your bass physically looks. But as we talked about before, low to high is a function of pitch, not by the physical construction of your instrument. Okay, so now on one of those 4 lines, there'll be written a number, and that number is what fret to press on. So say on the highest line, right, the top line, we have the number 7 written down. What that means is on string number 1, because that top line is string number 1, we're going to press down on fret number 7 and play just that string, only that string. That's it. Now, if there's a fret 0, what that means is you play the open string or you don't press on anything at all. There's only one other thing I need to show you, and then you guys know how to read tablature. And that is if there's 2 numbers written on top of each other. For example, if there's a 7 on the top line and a 7 on the line underneath it, that means I play 7 on string 1 and 2 at the same time as a chord. So when you're reading tablature, it's exactly the same as when you're reading a book. You start on the left and you read from left to right. You don't read up and down, you read left to right. Very, very important as well. So with that information, you're going to be able to go out there and play all kinds of songs. But there are some shortcomings when it comes to tablature. And the main one is it does not give you the rhythm. So you have no idea, unless you know the song, you have no idea how it's supposed to sound. For example, let's say on string number 1, they had written 0, 3, 5. So we know what the notes are, but we don't know the rhythm. Is it a long note and then a couple quick ones? Is it 3 quick ones? Is it 2 fast ones? And then we don't know unless you know what the song sounds like. So what I would suggest doing is try to find a song that has a very recognizable and distinct bass line, one that you could sing, one that you can hear, and then go online and do a search for whatever that song title is, and then bass tab. Technically it's called tablature, but everyone just refers to it as tab. So when you do that, just try to go through and read using what I just mentioned. The 4 strings, right? 4, 3, 2, 1, reading from left to right with the numbers being what fret to press on. Now there are other details that are going to show up later. Don't worry about them too much. If you see some weird squiggles or slashes and things like that, just try to identify and find these frets. But as I said, use a song that you know the sound of, so that when you try to play it, you're going to be able to reproduce that sound. All right, so for right now, that's pretty much all you need to know about tablature. We're going to come back and look at a few more things in detail later. But for right now, as always, try to learn as many songs as you can and have fun. Thanks a lot.